I just saw the movie. Now I'm gonna talk about it for you, the viewers. Reviewing as a villain. Yes, I am a super villain. I know that I should be killing superheroes instead of doing this. But I love movies, so I'm going to talk about it, whether you like it or not. Movies, gonna review one. Maybe you'll get something out of it, but it'll likely be incoherent. Babbling for an hour. Ooh, the singing is a lot harder than I thought. Hello everybody, and welcome to I gotta get my breath up. Welcome to the latest episode of Gravitalk, where I, as explained by the first musical number, discuss movies with a supervillain. And today, the latest movie to be splattered across the big screen was one of the final, if not the final blockbuster to come out in 2014. But due to schedule conflicts, it will now be the first ever blockbuster reviewed by us in 2015. Yes, instead of 2014 being the last, is now the first in this new year, where I reviewed the film with a fellow supervillain. And what better villain to have accompanying me for such a musical? By the way, this is a musical, everybody. Yes, a lot of people apparently don't like musicals, so they have to be warned, like, oh, by the way, guys, this is a musical, just to let you know. And I'm like, yes, I know. Why the fuck would I turn people off? But yes, apparently some people need to be warned. But yes, I am willing to take the risk of watching a musical, because I don't mind them. I'm not like a musical fan. I'm not like a fan of Broadway or anything. I'm not a homosexual or a straight person who's a fan of Broadway. Anyway, I brought with me a guest who is familiar with musicals, Electro. Give a hand to Electro, everybody. There's no people here. Yes, Electro, I know there's no people here. But seriously, give it up for Electro, folks.
Oh, I don't understand why you had to use me for this here review. I hate musicals.
But you practically turned Amazing Spider-Man 2 into a musical.
That was not by choice. That was the studio's, decision. They were like, hey, Electro, we need you to sing songs for this here movie. Can you do it? And I was like, oh, fine, I'll do it. Just as long as I don't have to do any other musicals. But then I had to be in goddamn Black Annie.
Yes, you were great in it. The movie sucked, but, whatever.
Did you even see the movie?
No, I did not.
Well, then how the hell do you know if it was good or not?
I do not. But anyway, thanks for Electro for coming. But seriously, Electro, I know you don't like musicals, but you know what? Since you're like the musical type of villain, you know, as shown by Amazing Spider-Man 2, you know, you used dubstep as one of your superpowers. Besides generating electricity, I thought you would be a great person to have on here for this musical review.
Oh, fine. I'll do it, but you better not make me your musical guy.
I'll make no promises. Anyway, so, the latest movie we have seen was The Great and, no, not The Great and Powerful Oz. Why am I saying great? I'm sorry, I meant to say, we saw Into the Woods. Into the Woods.
Oh, I said no singing.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you, Mr. Electro. Mr. Dylan, Max Dylan. I forgot to tell you before you came. This is going to be a musical review.
Oh, god damn it.
Yep. That means that if you want to give your overall thoughts of the movie before we, get into it, you need to do it in song.
Well, I'll tell you how I feel. I got it in my heart. I need to tell you how I feel about this here movie. And it ain't good. I'll drop a beat. Oh, wait a minute. The beat already dropped. Huh. Yeah. What? Okay. Here we go. This here movie. I don't like it. There's problems with it. There's a bunch of problems. I mean, come on, please, gotta sneeze, come on, here, let's do this. Here's what I think about this here movie. I mean, it's about all these here fairy tales that we already know, and we want to see those fairy tales, but they don't show us any of them. No, we don't see any of them. We don't see any of those fairy tales. They all are mentioned off screen. They all happen off screen. Now I know this here movie was based off a play, musical play, that's per se, but here's the problem with that. Hey, this here movie doesn't show any of that, doesn't show all the fairy tale stuff, doesn't show the story with Rapunzel, doesn't show the story with Jack and the Beanstalk. No, it doesn't show that much of the Little Riding Hood, doesn't show any of that. Well, sure, a little bit, but anyway, doesn't show that much of the bossy from Cinderella. No, doesn't show any of that. No, sorry, Bob, sir. Oh, yes, and to make matters worse, yes, this movie is based on a play, and I understand the play while doing this. The play is very limited on what they can show. They got a budget, please. They got a budget to go by. But this here is a movie. A big budget movie. Made by goddamn Disney. Come on, fool. What the hell? You got the budget to show that stuff. You got the budget to do that stuff. You can show the giant scenes. You can show the wolf scene. You can show all of it. You can't just be limited by what you have in a play. Because this ain't a play, it's a movie. Dog, a movie. You got that? A movie. So show us all you got. But instead, it just shows them talking about it. It just shows them talking about the scenes, you know? It just shows them saying like, oh, I was up in a house all the way up in the sky. The Beanstalk took me there. I stole shit from the giant. They only talk about it. They don't show it. Here's the thing. Now hold up. Wait for a minute. I know that we have seen these here stories before, but come on, fool. This is a movie. Show us all that shit. Don't tell us. Don't tell us. You can't do that in a play. Hey now, sister, you can't do that anytime. But this is a movie, dog. A movie.
Thank you for giving your thoughts on the movie. On the other hand, I thought it was a very great movie, allegory-wise, the way it was presented to us, and the message they were giving to us. But yes, I do agree with you, it did have story issues, but everything else was great, you know, the visuals, the presentation was fantastic, but yeah, I can see what you're talking about, but first, let's explain that by getting into the movie now.
Oh, fine.
So, right off the bat, first they show the Disney logo, and it looks very dark and ominous, not how the Disney logo usually is. where it's all whimsical and fun, like it's like a cool night breeze and whatnot at Disneyland, and it's magical. But here it's dark and ominous. It's dark and scary. It's like, oh my god, it's all gloomy. Is this supposed to take place the day Walt Disney died? Jesus Christ!
Oh, anyway, they decide right off the bat to make this to let you know, the viewers, that this is a goddamn musical.
Yep. It's all dancing, just absolutely non-stop. Sorry, did I say dancing? I meant singing. Sorry, non-stop singing, just singing all around. Just everybody singing their lines about how they each want something, they each desire something, they each have wishes. You get Cinderella, who wishes to go to the festival. You got Little Red Riding Hood, who wishes to give her sweets to Granny. That's a weird wish. You got Jack, who wishes to spend more time with his cow. By the way, that's very weird that he has this personal friendship with the cow. Like that kid needs to get out more. He needs to find a girl.
Maybe Little Red Riding Hood.
Yeah, no, that's weird. And I'll get into that later. But anyway, then you got the baker and the baker's wife.
I've never heard of them before.
That's because they're new. This movie is based on a Broadway play, and in the play, it's about all of these fairy tales, that you've grown up with and you know about. Well, the idea of the play is that all of these fairy tales that happened at the same time. It happened at the same exact time. Like, they synchronized. And the one thing that brings all of those stories together is this baker and his baker's wife.
Who never get even names.
Nope, they're just called Baker and Baker's wife. Poor sons of bitches. Anyway, so basically the movie is like Pulp Fiction. It's like fairy tale Pulp Fiction, except a lot less blood, but arguably just as dark. And I'll get into that in a second. But anyway, so yes, so what the baker wishes, along with his wife, is to have a child. And then an evil witch pops up. And she explains to them all of a sudden, even though she could have explained this any time before, but she decides to wait until now to explain to them why they can't have a kid.
Yeah, and it's weird because this witch, played by Meryl Streep, explains to them that she cursed their parents, that every family member would not have a baby.
Yes. Apparently, a long time ago, the baker's parents stole magic beans from the witch and caused the witch to become butt ugly because the witch was like cursed by her mother or something, whatever. Anyway, so because of the witch turning all butt ugly and transforming from Meryl Streep into less groomed Meryl Streep, the witch curses the baker's father by having every future generation have their balls non-fertile. Yes, she cursed their balls.
Yeah. And what's weird is that when she explained all this, she did it in a rap music.
Hey, you must be a fan of rap.
That's racist.
Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. Anyway, so after Meryl Streep is done with her rap, that's a weird thing to say. But anyway, so after Meryl Streep is done rapping yo mama, She tells the baker and the baker's wife that the only way the curse can be lifted is if her curse is lifted, and the only way that curse is lifted is she gets a whole bunch of ingredients, and it just so happens that each ingredient is a MacGuffin for the other fairy tale stories that are going on during this one.
Yeah, you got Little Red Riding Hood's cape. You got the cow from Jack and Beanstalk, and you got the slipper from Cinderella.
And you got a fourth one, but we'll get into that one later. Anyway, so the baker and the baker's wife agree. So now the baker has to do this shit. He has to go through this whole thing trying to find these things, and it's very frustrating for him.
Yeah, it is. He has to find all that shit. It's really random too.
Yes, and so he has to go into the woods, and it just so happens that everyone else needs to go into the woods. Yes, apparently this town takes place inside of a woods. Like all of the important parts of this town are like spread throughout this big ass woods. That's really weird. Like, why the hell would they make the town that way? Where all the important places are like deep inside of this woods you could get lost in.
Don't worry, it has paths.
Yeah, that's true. So anyway, so all the main characters from each fairy tale story go into the woods, and basically the story is about them bumping into each other and whatnot. And first we got Cinderella. By the way, there's something very interesting I want to point out about Cinderella.
Well, spit it out.
We got a trailer for the live-action Cinderella while watching a movie with a live-action Cinderella. Really weird. Seeing a live-action movie trailer for Cinderella, yes. But while we're at the movie theater to watch another Cinderella movie, I mean, it's kind of jarring, yes, very weird. This isn't like when they showed Snow White, like they had one Snow White movie with that Twilight girl, and then another Twilight, and then another Snow White movie with that other chick, whatever. Anyway, this is different because both of these movies are made by the same company. Disney made two Cinderella movies. Well, at least this one is not a complete Cinderella story. It's just a part of a bigger story. A convoluted story, might I add, but at least that makes it different. Unlike the upcoming Cinderella movie, it just seems really weird seeing two Cinderella movies so close together. But at least this one has other stuff going for it. And from what I believe, this one ends very sadder than the other Cinderella story, the predictable one. But anyway, at least this one will be different because it has anthropomorphic mice. The other one, I mean, the upcoming Cinderella. This one, instead, has something else. It has anthropomorphic birds. Not mice, not anthropomorphic mice, but birds. So back to the movie. Yes. So, basically, what happens now is each fairy tale that you're used to seeing are now happening, each in their little own little sections of the woods. But with the baker and the baker's wife interrupting them, like being all like butting in and whatnot, and so you got so you got this part of the movie where the baker runs into Little Red Riding Hood and tries to steal her cape, and she's like, "Oh, you disgusting pervert! Stranger danger! Stranger danger!" And she runs away off to deliver her goodies to Grandma, and then he gets reunited with the baker's wife, who is like, "Hey, why don't you help me?" And the baker's like, "This movie is supposed to take place during a time where sexism is okay, so I can't let you do that." But then they run into Jack, with the cow, and Jack is like, "Hey, I got this cow, I have to sell it." And they're like, and the baker's wife is like, "Hey, here's these magic ass beans." So Jack takes the magic beans and goes off on his little diddly way, and so that means that they have only one of the four ingredients so far, and they need to get all of them. And the baker and the baker's wife keep bickering throughout the movie, and each time they do, the witch randomly shows up and is like, just get this shit already. Oh God. And also the Meryl Streep witch is like, also I can't touch any of them, which is weird because I guess that's just to make the story more complicated and make it like, good God, how long is this movie? Just 2 hours. Wow, this feels a lot longer than 2 hours. But anyway,
yeah, feels a lot longer than 2 hours.
Anyway, oh, by the way, thanks for imitating the witch for me.
No problem. So, back to one of the other, stories. Cinderella, so she's really sad because, she can't go to the ball because we just saw a scene of, the, stepsisters being a bitch to her, even though we just saw that in the trailer, earlier.
Yeah, I already made that point.
Yeah, but anyway, so now she decides to go to her mother's grave.
Yeah, apparently in this version she doesn't get the dress. She doesn't get that dress from the fairy godmother, because there's no fairy godmother here. Sorry, Helena Bonham Carter. By the way, also sorry that you divorced with Tim Burton. Really sad about that. Really, good God, that's really sad. Anyway, so instead of her getting her dress, her pretty dress and shoes from her fairy godmother, she gets it from her actual mother, her ghost mother.
Yeah, apparently her mother died, and a tree grew on her grave.
Yes, like I said, a lot of weird places are like deep in this woods, like people's graves, people's houses. What the fuck?
Anyway, so she prays to her mother's corpse to get her a dress, and then her mother's ghost is like, "Here you go, I'm using my ghost powers."
Yep. So apparently, ghosts can grant wishes. So anyway, so now she can go to the ball, and apparently in this version there is no expiration date for the dress, so she can wear it anytime she wants. So she goes to the festival, and but they show her leaving the festival, and we're like, wait, what the hell? Why didn't they show like inside?
That's what I keep talking about. They just mention the other fairy tales. They don't show it.
Well, granted, we already have seen these fairy tales, and we've grown up with them, and we've read them, and we've already seen them adapted before. So I can understand why they decided to gloss over what happens in those fairy tales, and instead focus on before and after those stories happen. So instead, they show the direct aftermath where she's running away from the festival, and and Prince Charming is like, oh, I gotta hit that. No, seriously, he's characterized like a douche.
Yeah, a big old douche who wants that lady.
Yeah, and also apparently this version the festival happens several times, and Cinderella keeps going to that festival and meeting the prince and then running away. That's weird. What the hell?
Yeah, and also there's another Prince Charming.
Yeah, but we'll get into that later. So anyway, so back to the baker. He has to find the red cape, and he finds that red cape when he saves Little Red Riding Hood from her story.
Yeah, but something really creepy happens in that one.
Yep, allow me to explain.
Hey, Johnny Depp, why are you looking like a pedophile? Johnny Depp, you're a pedophile in this here movie. Hey, Johnny Depp, you're trying to seduce a little kid who, by the way, is 13. You're trying to seduce her, what the hell? And yes, I know technically you're trying to eat her, but this movie makes it seem like that's an allegory for child molestation. You are basically committing statutory rape, even though you're saying you're just trying to eat her. What the hell, Johnny Depp? You're not even in the movie for that long. Why are they advertising you for being in the movie when you're not? I mean, come on. Also, how come you're wearing a zoot suit? Everyone else looks like they're from the 1500s, but you look like you're from the roaring 20s, 1920s. What the hell are you doing? Wearing a zoot suit while everyone else is not. Yes, you are a furry and you're a pedophile. You're a pedophiry. That means 2 strikes, you're going to hell.
So after that little bit of weirdness, the baker discovers that the wolf has eaten Little Red Riding Hood and the grandma, granny or whatever, and so he must cut him open, but they don't show it because they got to keep it PG, and then Little Red Riding Hood recounts the events by flashback, and the way she sings about it is like, "Yep, this is an allegory for molestation. Thank you, fairy tale movie." So anyway, So in return for saving her life from the wolf, who wasn't really a wolf, he was more of just a creepy man, dressing like a furry, like that was weird. They couldn't even. I mean, like you said, Electro. This is a movie on a movie budget. They could have at least made him more like a actual wolf.
Yeah, you don't see the cow played by someone who's interested in cow furry sex.
Yeah, that was weird. So anyway, after that weirdness, we never see Johnny Depp again.
Very disappointing. They could have given that to anyone.
Yeah, very minor role. What the hell? So anyway, very brief cameo. Probably shorter than the cameo he had in the 21 Jump Street movie. But, by the way, he dies in that one too.
Yeah, they both involve him being killed just a few seconds after he's introduced.
Yeah, that was weird. So anyway, so now they got 2 ingredients.
What about another one? One that we didn't mention.
Yes, the 4th ingredient that we did not mention is long, voluptuous blonde hair. And do you know who has long, voluptuous blonde hair?
Rapunzel?
Yep, Rapunzel's in the movie.
Oh, but I don't get it. That one wasn't established at the beginning.
Yeah, it's a more minor one. So anyway, it turns out the witch is keeping her up in a castle, and we put 2 and 2 together, and we easily realized, like, yes, this is the baker's long lost sister, but they never address her as the sister.
Yeah, that was a bit of a plot hole right there.
Well, not much of a plot hole as it is like a missed opportunity. Like, hey, we just realized that, this is the baker's long lost sister, but you're never going to acknowledge it. What the hell? So anyway, so yes, like you said, there's another Prince Charming, right?
Yep, another Prince Charming.
Yes, and this Prince Charming, is the brother of the other Prince Charming. So this is Prince Charming Jr. and he falls in love with Rapunzel, and that's very convenient. Tying the different princesses up just by having the princes be brothers. That way you can have two princes for the price of one, and appease both Disney princesses that are in the movie, and so he does his own thing, where they do the fairy tale of Rapunzel off screen, like they've been doing with all of the others.
Yeah, I'm getting tired of that.
Yes, and they also do the same thing with Jack and the Beanstalk, where they already show the Beanstalk up in the air and Jack climbing up it and then coming back down and just talking about it to the baker afterwards.
See, this is what I'm talking about. They only talk about what happened. I mean, I know we already know what happened, but seriously, it's just kind of teasing, especially to people that might not be familiar with it. You have to deal with this little kid singing about it instead of actually seeing it.
Yes. So he pays the baker with big ass coins and wants the cow back, but the cow fucking dies. So that means they're down to just two ingredients: the cape and the long voluptuous hair that the baker's wife cuts off of Rapunzel, and that's fucked up.
Yeah, why do they keep all doing this shit?
It's because they want a baby. They want a baby boy. The baker and the baker's wife. But the witch, killed all of the sperm in the baker's balls. So they have to do all his testicles. I mean, so they have to do all this weird, fucked up shit to appease her to get that baby. God damn it!
Oh right. Sorry, this movie's so long and convoluted. All of these different subplots.
Yeah, Pulp Fiction did it better. So anyway, so they have to still get the other ingredients. One of which is the golden shoe, and the way that the baker's wife tries to get it is she keeps bumping into Cinderella after every time she goes to the festival. Like, girl, you gotta stop giving the Prince Charming one night stands, girl. But anyway, so she talks to the baker's wife, girl problems, like OMG, LOL, let's talk girl talk, and when the baker's wife realizes that Cinderella has the golden slipper, golden by the way, not ruby slipper like in the classic Disney and the upcoming one. So there you go. There you go, movie. There's points for making this different from the other Cinderella movie you got going.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's okay.
Yeah. But so anyway, she steals the slipper from Cinderella. The other slipper, because Cinderella previously was trying to escape from the prince again. Prince Charming, but this time the Prince Charming put Tor on the staircase, to get her stuck, and she decides to stop time for whatever reason, like clock stoppers, and she decides, you know what, I'm gonna give him a little tease, like a little tease, like this is our version of the text message. I'm just gonna give him like a little signal. So she keeps one of the shoes there, and he takes it, and now he has to identify which girl is it that this shoe fits.
Why doesn't he just identify them by the face? This is why that Hilary Duff movie was okay, because at least with that, she had a mask for the party. But with this, you can see her face, I mean, God, good God, this here Prince Charming saw her face 3 times, 3 knots. Why can he only identify her just by testing the shoe size?
Yes. And so he begins tests, seeing which girl fits the shoe size, and so the stepmother mutilates her stepdaughter's feet so they can fit.
Good God, that was fucked up.
Yes, and so she basically cuts off bits and parts of the stepsister's foot, and so they can fit into the shoe, and they do, but Prince Charming is like, I'm not gonna choose any of you because you guys are seriously fucked up. But then he finally sees the real Cinderella and puts on the shoe and is like, yep, this is the one I'm gonna bang because I'm a douche in this version.
Yeah, a douche who likes to sing on waterfalls and get yourself all wet and sexy with your brother. That's your brother, goddammit.
Yes, and so the Cinderella and Prince Charming are together at last, and the stepsisters get punished for by getting their eyes pecked out by birds.
What? Why the fuck did that happen? I mean, how come the mother didn't get punished? I mean, she's the one who cut off her daughter's feet, and yet she's not the one who gets her eyes pecked out? Just the sisters? What the fuck?
That's how the original story was in the original story.
Well, that was fucked up, dude. Oh, God.
Yes. So after that little bit of fucking upness, the witch decides to do her own storyline, with the Rapunzel, where she finds out that Rapunzel is dating, and she's like, no, lady, I'm going to blind your boyfriend. So she blinds the boyfriend, so he is also blind, but apparently when he rescues Rapunzel from this little swamp that he somehow easily finds, even though he's blind, she heals him with her magic tears that are not established.
Yeah, that was weird. Also, that plot line's pretty much wrapped up.
Well, not completely. Anyway, so now that you so anyway, how many of those goddamn ingredients do they have left to put together for this potion?
Well, they got the shoe. The gold. You're talking about the baker and the baker's wife.
Yes. Okay, they got the shoe. Okay, they got the golden shoe.
They got the blonde hair.
And they got the Little Red Riding Cape. All they need left is the cow that's dead. But luckily, the witch can bring cows back to life.
What the hell? That's fucked up, man. I mean, if she can bring stuff back to life, then what the hell is keeping her from doing any other stuff?
Yeah, that's a weird Deus Ex Machina. So anyway, she brings the cow back to life, and she forces the cow to eat all of the ingredients, and then for somehow this causes the cow to produce milk, and it transforms the witch back into a beautiful Meryl Streep.
Yeah, and it automatically gets the baker's wife pregnant.
Yep, she's pregnant now. Hooray! She got a donor, and the donor was the witch. Lesbian sex, technically. Not really, but anyway, yes. So and now also the whole thing that happens in Jack and the Beanstalk, where he goes up there and he steals a harp, but then the giant dies. Yeah, that already happened off screen.
God damn it!
And the beanstalk's already chopped down. But here's the thing: an extra beanstalk was was grown when when the baker's wife was trying to offer it to Cinderella in turn for the golden shoe. Cinderella slapped it away, threw it to the ground, happy birthday to the ground, and produced another beanstalk that has another giant going down it. And but anyway, so yes, so you got the baker's wish of having a child has come true. The Cinderella's wish of finding her Prince Charming has come true. Rapunzel and the Prince Charming's brother is together. Everyone gets their wish. The witch gets to be beautiful. Jack gives the golden harp to his mother, and now they're rich, or maybe not rich, but like middle class now. And the Little Red Riding Hood got to give her sweets to her grandmother, and in return, her grandmother gave her a little cape made out of the wolf's skin. Really fucked up, but yes, everybody gets their wish. So that means the movie is over.
Yep, we get to finally finish this review.
Yep, because everyone's wish got granted, and everyone got exactly what they wanted.
Wait a minute. Didn't you say that there was another, beanstalk that grew and another giant coming down it?
Yes. Whew. Finally, the movie is almost over. Movie is almost over. Yeah. The movie's almost over. It's finally wrapping up. We're at the end of the movie. This is the part where the narrator says that it's a happily ever after ending. Oh wait, what a minute? What is that? Oh my god! There's still more movie to go! Hopefully not that much. Wait a minute, what's that what you saying? There's still an hour to go! This already felt like the length of a really long movie already! But you're telling me the movie is nowhere near being done? Uh-oh. That only means one really bad thing. That means that it is not a happy ending for these characters like was promised. This was a false ending. They tricked us. This was a fake out. It was all fake. At least when Maze Runner faked us out on an ending, there was only a little bit of the movie left. But here on the other hand, there's a whole hour to make the happy movie that would have, if it ended now, would have been happy. But nope, it keeps going. And after the false ending, it's only going to go downhill from here. Downhill. Less happy ending on the way.
So you heard it, folks. The movie is still not over yet. It just keeps going.
God damn it.
Yep. And so the giant that comes down this time is the first giant's wife. Yes, a giant woman played by that evil boss lady from the last couple of Harry Potter films. That bitch.
Yeah, and she's really scary and giant too, even though we barely see her face.
Yeah, but we know she's angry because she wants to take revenge for her husband's death. So she tries to take revenge by looking for Jack, from the Beanstalk, and killing him for what he did to her husband.
Yeah, and also this giant lady sounds like a man.
Well, that's because she has gigantism. Haven't you seen those gigantism documentaries? All of the women with gigantism have man voices. So anyway, So now the baker and the baker couple, with their two one baby, they got you know, now they have to take responsibility and find Jack. And so the baker is left with the baby, and he's like, God damn it, I'm not a good mother. I'm not a 3 man and a baby. I'm just one man. I'm a baker. And the baker's wife is like, don't worry, honey. I'm gonna go find Jack, and don't worry, we're gonna be a family once I find Jack. I am totally not gonna die.
Dude, you just gave it away.
Shut up. So anyway, she goes into the woods deeper, and she finds Prince Charming, who is also trying to deal with this earthquake. Earthquake. Da 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 da.
Come on, man. We've already got enough music videos here. Music numbers. Don't add to it.
Sorry. So anyway, she bumps into Prince Charming, and who is currently who lost Cinderella, and he's like, hey, you're a chick, I'm a man, let's make out. And she's like, wait, well, what the hell, man? What the hell? Why do I like that? Oh my god, I'm committing adultery. I gotta get the fuck out of here. And guess what? The birds saw the whole thing.
Yep, I knew there was something off about that Prince Charming. He's a douche. He's a cheating douche.
Yeah, because you thought the movie would be over earlier, you know, because they were showing wedding bells and everyone was at the place like celebrating. But nope, the movie keeps going because of this giant lady. So and also everything's going to shit now because guess what? Not only is Cinderella's story now no longer a happy ending, like not only is her wish being undone, you know, because now she has to, because her it turns out the man that she's marrying to is a cheating douchebag, but also the other wishes get undone. Jack, who tried to make his family rich, well, guess what? His mother's dead. Little Red Riding Hood, who tried to make her grandmother feel better, dead. Well, at least she's got her mother back to go back to.
Dead also.
Yep. So both of her parent figures are dead. So those two are orphans now, and I guess Cinderella is practically an orphan now too, because the stepsisters and the stepmother are like, exit a stage right. So they're out of the movie too, and now and so everything's getting fucked up, and you know the baker's wife is all befuddled because she's like, oh my god, I cheated on my husband. No, it was the woods. It was just the woods. The woods did this. What happens in the woods stays in the woods. So I'm gonna pretend that never happened. Oh look, there's the giant. Dead.
Oh no!
Yep! Oh god, she fell off a cliff. Oh, the baker's wife fell off a cliff. She shouldn't have split up from her husband. Oh god.
Yeah, this seems to get you in a little place, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's opening an old wound of mine. And allow me to explain what I'm talking about.
Oh boy. Oh god. Why is this happening? All of these lovely ladies, they keep on dying. And the way they die is falling to their death. Why has this year of 2014 been the year of lovely movie ladies falling to their death? First you got Queen Stacy, who died because Spider-Man wasn't quick enough. Then you god, that lady that died because Dracula was not fast enough in Dracula Untold, and now you get poor Baker's wife. She's added to the list of girls who died due to a fall. Why was this year filled with that happening? I mean, really, that's an absurd thing to notice, but seriously, that tallies it up to three chicks dying in movies due to a fall in 2014. Let's hope the lovely ladies are luckier in 2015 and don't become a victim of gravity. Gravity, are you a misogynist? Oh god! Oh god! Oh, the tragedy! What the fuck, man? Oh god, this is fucked up.
So yes, what makes this even more fucked up is the way the baker finds out that his wife is dead because Jack has the scarf of the wife of the baker's wife, and he's like, oh, by the way, I took this off of your wife's dead corpse. What the hell, Jack? Why didn't you mention that to begin with? Why didn't you say, oh, by the way, I saw your wife dead? Instead he had to know first. Instead, the subject had to come up when he noticed your scarf. You little shit, Jack. You little shit.
Come on, man. His mother just died.
Oh yeah, right. So yes, everybody's lives are fucked up. All of their wishes are undone. It's all gone to shit. Everyone is sad now because now it's all gone to shit. You know, there's deaths. People are dead. Things have been broken. The birds come over to Cinderella and tweet to her like, OMG, hashtag LOL, hashtag Raffle, hashtag Prince Charming turns out to be a cheating douchebag, asshole. You better dump that asshole, cunt. Bye.
Did you just use the C word?
Whoops! It wasn't me. It was the birds. Blame the birds. Censor the birds, not me. So anyway, so after the birds are done being tattletales and snitching, to Cinderella about Prince Charming, Cinderella, politely but not harshly, breaks up with Prince Charming. And Prince Charming, is like, okay, I kind of like how they characterize him there, because it's not like Frozen where the person you expect to be Prince Charming turns out to be a flat out villain. Here he is a cheating douchebag, but he's a realistic kind of cheating douchebag. He's not like a villain. He's not like, ooh, I like to kiss more than one woman at the same time. Mwahaha. It's more like, yeah, I'm a cheating douchebag. Yeah, I can understand why you're breaking up with me. And it's kind of, it's like a more relatable cheating douchebag, because, like, he's not evil. He's just, he just needs to learn his lesson. He just needs to learn, like, yeah, if you're gonna have a relationship, it's better to have just that one relationship, because you're not a polygamist. Well, what the hell is with polygamists anyway? Anyway, the point is, yes, So yeah, this Prince Charming isn't a villain. He's just a realistic douchebag. So he's out of the movie now. So now they all got problems. So what do they do about this?
They blame each other.
Yes, Now there's a whole musical number dedicated to them blaming each other. Like, it's your fault. No, it's your fault. No, it's your fault. No, it's your fault. No, it's your fault. And you know, they keep mentioning reasons why this is other people's fault. Like, it's your fault my parents are dead. No, it's your fault my wife is dead. It's your fault I have a cheating scumbag of a husband. Even though that doesn't really seem to be anyone else's fault except for the Prince Charming himself.
Well, at least Rapunzel and and her Prince Charming get to have a happily ever life.
Yeah, they get to run away from the witch, even though the witch is a beautiful Meryl Streep now. And you know, Rapunzel's like, I don't care if you're beautiful now. You're still evil, and I don't want to have anything to do with you. So they go away. Which is good. It's good that Rapunzel gets to have a happy ending. At least she gets to have a happy ending with her Prince Charming.
Yeah. Also, apparently, when she gets her hair cut off, it doesn't become brown like Entangled.
Yeah, this is a different iteration than Tangled. Which is good because in the original play, Rapunzel also dies. I can understand why they decided not to do it for this movie because it would have just made the whole movie even more of a downer than it already was.
Yeah. So anyway.
Yes. Anyway. So as the four remaining characters are arguing each other over whose exact fault it is for all this fucked up shit happening, Meryl Streep is like, hey, you bothering bitches, I'm not gonna do anything for you guys, okay? I lost my powers, I can't bring anyone back to life now, I can't bring your wife back to life like I did with the cow, because for some reason, when I became pretty again, I lost my powers, I don't know why, just so you can keep the dead characters dead, but anyway, I'm out of here, fuck this shit, I'm leaving the movie. So Meryl Streep leaves the movie the only way Meryl Streep does, in a exuberant, flamboyant fashion, where God literally smikes her and puts her down into tar.
Does that mean she's dead or she just left?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what that was. I'm not sure if it was her dying, like going to hell, or if it was just her leaving. Because if it was, then wouldn't that imply she still has magical powers and can still solve problems?
She probably just thought, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Yep. So she's out of the picture too. So now it's just the four having to argue with each other, and the baker's husband, or no wait, the baker, not the baker's wife, because the baker's wife is dead, is sad, you know, because his wife is dead. So he has to go crying, and then he meets the ghost of his father, who tells him, look, you have to go to the Dagobah system.
That's not what he says. He says that he has to be a better father than he was.
Yeah, the baker has to be a better father than the baker's dad was. Because right now, the baker is leaving his child with the 3 kids. He can't do that. This can't be 3 kids and a baby. So he goes back and takes responsibility for the baby, but now they still have to deal with this giant lady that's still walking around.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That plot line's still loose.
So they decide to use Jack as bait by putting him up in a tree, and the giant ass lady tries to get him, but then the baker attacks her with stones, stones her. She's stoned now, not literally, not figuratively, literally, and she falls to her death.
Yeah, that was kind of fucked up because earlier they were like, "Oh, let's not kill her. She's a one person too. There should be a way to solve this problem without killing her."
Well, they kill her anyway.
So what was the point of bringing up the idea of not killing her if they were just gonna kill her anyway, and no remorse for that?
Oh well, she's dead, but Jack and Baker survive. But now the baker has to raise this baby on his own. Oh no, because the baker's wife died earlier. But then the baker's wife's ghost appears.
Yeah, her ghost.
Look, you have to go to the Dagobah system.
Dude, stop saying that.
Sorry, she's like, look, you can do this without me. You can do it. You're a good father. Don't be like your douchebag of a father, ghost. Don't be like that ghost. Be like me, ghost. This ghost, me. Okay, I'm gonna go away now. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go to Ghost Town and hang out with Casper and Slimer and other ghosts.
Yeah, that was kind of sad. Props to that, I guess.
Yeah, so now all he's left to do is just tell his baby a story. And he decides to tell the baby the story of what the fuck just all happened just now.
That's not a good story to tell a baby. That'll give the baby nightmares.
Yeah, he might have to change some things up. And also he decides to take in Jack and Little Red Riding Hood because, you know, they both have their parents conveniently killed by that giant. And also Cinderella decides to hang out too, since, you know, the step family decided to go screw it and leave her. So yeah, so this leaves the 4 characters to start their own family with this baby. And so the story is over. Woo! That was Into the Woods, everybody. Oh man. So I guess that leaves us to rate the movie.
Now tell me, do you think that this movie should be seen by the viewers, or do you think that this here movie does not deserve to be seen? Instead, do you think the viewers deserve to get stuff shoved into their mouths, shoved into their mouths, and then milked by having a little boy milk them, squeeze their nipples so milk comes out? Do you believe that's what should be done here? Or should they watch the movie?
Well, I believe they should not watch the movie. Instead, they should get milk after eating a bunch of things that are not considered edible, because I didn't like the movie. It was boring, tedious, really long, convoluted, messed up storytelling. Whole bunch of shit happened. Didn't make no sense story-wise. Then it faked us out. Played with our emotions. It was too jarring, the turns, the twists. Sometimes it was a kid's movie. Other times, it was like 50 Shades of Grey. Oh my god. So many twists. Holy shit. You think the movie's gonna be happy, but it's not. It's dark. It's depressing. Why should they play with viewers' emotions like that? So, I think the viewers should not watch the movie, yo. Because, also, the musical numbers, they make this movie longer than it needs to fucking be. I mean, come on, seriously. Like this review would have been a whole lot shorter if they hadn't added these songs to it. If we weren't doing these musical numbers, this review would be a lot shorter. But instead, it's longer than it needs to be. It's thrown out because these music videos, these music numbers. If this here review did not have these useless musical numbers, then it would have been shorter, yo. But instead, it's needlessly long. Yeah, that's my story, yo. I'm sticking to it. Yeah, fuck these musicals.
Oh, yeah. That's what I think. What do you think, Graviton? What do you think about this here shit of movie?
Okay, I'll take that into consideration, Mr. Electro.
Call me Max.
Oh, thank you for letting me be casual with you, Max. But here's how I think of the movie. I believe that the viewers should watch this movie instead of getting their man titties milked after eating a bunch of non-edible things. And the reason why is because I think that even though it's convoluted with all of these stories being meshly mashed together, while the writing is convoluted and not done in a very good organized manner, what makes up for the movie is the great subtext here, the allegories. Because here's these characters who want their wishes to be fulfilled and think that if they just wish for it, it will happen. And at first, they do happen, and they're happy about it at first. But, however, life slaps them in the face and gives them a big butt fuck. Because now, all of this cold, harsh, real life stuff that you wouldn't see in a fairy tale happens. Unexpected death, people cheating on each other, just all of this unfortunate things happening all around. And it's a good lesson, too. It's a good lesson that while things might seem magical now, you can't keep living in this fantasy, because eventually you're going to have to be butt-fucked by the real life, by cold, hard, real life, and it will chew you up and spit you out sometimes.
Yeah, I guess that's what the wood is supposed to represent. It's supposed to represent harsh real life, while everyone else is trying to live these fairy tales.
Yeah, it's real life. Like, this is where all the death and despair and scandals and adultery happen, is in the woods. So it's a cautionary tale, this movie. It's a cautionary tale that you can't keep dreaming and having these wishful things all the time, because sometimes you're going to be slapped in the face by cold, harsh reality. And cold, harsh reality is a bitch, I'll tell you. Oh, God. Ugh. So, it's a cautionary tale, but what's important is that despite it being unfortunate, you still have to get yourself back up. Does that mean continuing with the wish making? No, it means thinking about it realistically. Like, oh shit, all of our wishes are no longer coming true. Let's just live together in that baker's place, not have these extravagant lives that we wish for ourselves. So the movie is a good metaphor for that. That sometimes you have to think realistically on things, and you're going to have to deal with the really harshness of life and not rely on magical Meryl Streep to make it better for you.
Yeah, so, I still feel like that wasn't good enough to redeem this movie.
Well, I'm sorry you think about that. So that was the film, everybody. Oh, boy. So, that wraps up another season of movie reviewing. The fall season.
Well, fall and winter.
Yeah, kind of fall and winter. And last time we wrapped up summer with a tribute to all of those who we lost during the summertime. Ironically, one of them was you, Electro.
Yeah, but I was resurrected by Brother Voodoo.
Yep, but it's too bad that Brother Voodoo can't resurrect these people because they're out of his jurisdiction. These are non-comic book superhero people, which means that they have to stay dead. So, with another season wrapping up, I feel, another movie season, I feel like it's only justifiable to give another tribute and update on who else had to die this season for the sake of our entertainment. So come with me on this journey as we honor all of those that we have lost in the movies. See you next time when I review a time travel found footage movie. Oh God, it's too sad to think about.
That's okay, think about how I'm still alive.
Yeah, but all of these other people aren't.
alive. I'll tell you why I care. It's because this is from the point of view of a fellow fictional character, and so that's why I am sad about these people dying, because I am fictional too and am existing just as much as these fine folks did, and so I honor them with this tribute to them. The fictional characters get killed off all the time, whether it's small screen or big screen, will get killed off. So who knows when you're the next one to be killed off? You never know when you're next. Could it be me to go next?